For decades, buying a vehicle from Toyota, General Motors, or Honda was a safe bet. You bought them because you wanted boring, drama-free reliability. You expected 200,000, maybe 300,000 miles with nothing but basic oil changes. But right now, something is fundamentally broken in the automotive industry. Brand new trucks and SUVs are windowing blocks and seizing up at 10,000, 20,000, or 40,000 miles. We aren't talking about cheap economy cars. We are talking about $70,000 flagship vehicles. Toyota is replacing over 100,000 twin-turbo V6s. GM is facing massive federal scrutiny after more than 1,100 catastrophic engine failures were reported on their V8s. And Honda is under a massive federal investigation for over 1.4 million V6 engines that can completely lock up on the highway. Why is this happening all at once to the world's most trusted brands? Is it just bad luck? Or is there a hidden systemic crisis under the hood of every modern vehicle? Today, we are diving deep into the hard data, real recall records, and automotive physics to look at the 7 precise reasons why modern engines from the world's most trusted manufacturers are blowing up so early, and why Toyota and Honda are no longer immune. Stick until the end, because I will also reveal what every driver can do to avoid a repair bill that could easily exceed $10,000. Let's dive in. Reason number 1: shrinking tolerances. The modern manufacturing crisis is perfectly illustrated by Toyota's massive recall of over 102,000 Tundras and Lexus LX 600 models equipped with the 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 engine. During the machining process at the factory, microscopic metal shavings were not properly cleared from the engine blocks before final assembly. In older, low-stress engines, these tiny particles might have been caught harmlessly by an oil filter or bypassed floating in looser clearances. However, modern high-performance engines operate with main bearing clearances that are machined down to sub-micron levels, often less than 0.001 inches, which is thinner than a strand of human hair. When the engine runs, these trapped metal flakes migrate directly into the engine's main bearings and act like liquid sandpaper that completely wipes out the protective lining. This creates severe friction that may lead to knocking, spun bearings, and sudden engine seizure at highway speeds. This is not just a Toyota issue either. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, launched an investigation into nearly 1.4 million Honda and Acura vehicles with 3.5-liter V6 engines for identical premature connecting rod bearing failures caused by manufacturing inconsistencies. Reason number 2: the push for water-thin lubricants. One of the biggest changes in modern engine design is the widespread use of ultra-thin engine oils such as 0W20, 0W16, and even the newer 0W8 oil being adopted by some manufacturers. The primary reason for these thinner oils is to meet brutal corporate average fuel economy standards and slash fleet emissions by fractions of a percent. Engineers estimate that reducing oil viscosity can improve fuel efficiency by approximately 0.5% to 2%. The problem is that thinner oil creates a thinner protective barrier between moving metal components. When an engine is subjected to heavy loads, high temperatures, towing, mountain driving, or aggressive acceleration, that oil film can become dangerously thin. Independent tribology studies have shown that bearing wear increases dramatically when lubrication film thickness falls below critical levels. Mechanics are reporting more timing chain wear, bearing failures, and valve train problems in engines designed around ultra-thin oils. While these oils work perfectly under ideal laboratory conditions, but real-world driving conditions are often far harsher. The result is that modern engines may have less tolerance for maintenance neglect than engines built 20 years ago. Reason number 3: Aggressive downsizing combined with insane turbo boost. In the early 2000s, producing 300 horsepower often required a V6 or V8 engine. Today, automakers have replaced large, under-stressed, naturally aspirated engines with tiny, highly boosted alternatives to maximize efficiency metrics. For example, General Motors swapped out base V8 engines in full-size trucks for a 2.7-liter four-cylinder turbo, while Toyota traded its legendary 5.7-liter V8 for a smaller twin-turbo V6. While this is an incredible engineering achievement, but it also means engine components are operating under significantly greater stress. A modern turbocharger can spin at speeds exceeding 250,000 revolutions per minute, which is faster than the turbine engines found in some aircraft systems. Exhaust temperatures near the turbo can exceed 1,600 degrees Fahrenheit during hard acceleration. At the same time, piston pressures inside these downsized engines are often much higher than those seen in naturally aspirated engines of the past. This combination of heat, pressure, and rotational speed creates an environment where even minor maintenance neglect can have major consequences. If you own a 2021 to 2025 GM truck or SUV with the 6.2-liter L87 V8, you've likely heard the horror stories. Drivers are cruising down the road when suddenly a loud, metallic banging starts, followed by a total loss of power. In some severe cases, it has even triggered underhood fires. Crankshafts and connecting rods can't handle immense cylinder pressure. Reason number 4. The cylinder deactivation curse. If you own a GM truck with a 5.3 or 6.2-liter V8, you already know what is complex cylinder deactivation. GM calls it active or dynamic fuel management. These systems are engineered to save fuel by continuously switching between 17 different cylinder firing patterns based on driving loads. On the highway, your powerful V8 might seamlessly drop down to running on just 2 or 3 cylinders to reduce fuel consumption. To accomplish this, the engine uses complex, oil pressure-controlled collapsible lifters that physically uncouple the valves from the camshaft lobes. The engineering reality of these systems is a mechanical nightmare. They contain dozens of tiny, intricate oil passages, locking pins, and internal springs operating under constant pressure. If there is even a temporary drop in oil pressure, these sophisticated lifters fail to lock back into place properly. When a lifter gets stuck or permanently collapses, it wreaks havoc inside the valve train, frequently bending push rods, damaging camshaft lobes, and introducing sharp metal fragments directly into the oiling system, which quickly totals the entire long block. Reason number 6. Start-stop technology. Most modern vehicles now shut the engine off automatically at traffic lights and restart it when the driver releases the brake pedal. According to some manufacturers, start-stop systems can improve fuel economy by approximately 3% to 10% in urban driving environments. While this sounds beneficial, but it dramatically increases the number of engine starts experienced throughout a vehicle's life. Over a standard operational lifespan, a traditional engine without this feature is engineered to experience roughly 50,000 start-stop cycles, but an engine equipped with aggressive auto-stop programming will endure upwards of 500,000 to 700,000 start-stop cycles over that same lifespan. The core issue lies in the physics of hydrodynamic lubrication. When an engine is running, the spinning crankshaft generates a fluid oil wedge that completely lifts and suspends the metal components apart from each other. When the vehicle halts at a red light and the engine abruptly shuts off, oil pressure drops to zero, and gravity forces the heavy steel crankshaft to drop directly onto the bearing shells. Every single time the light turns green and the engine restarts, the internal components experience a brief, damaging period of boundary lubrication, meaning raw metal grinds against raw metal for a split second before oil pressure can stabilize. Compounding this friction hundreds of times a day completely overwhelms modern anti-friction bearing coatings, causing premature metal fatigue, deep scouring, and total bottom-end failure, well before the vehicle reaches 100,000 miles. Reason number 7. The marketing trap of extended 10,000-mile oil changes. The final nail in the coffin for modern engines is the industry-wide normalization of the 10,000-mile oil change interval. Automakers push these extended drain intervals to lower the advertised cost of ownership numbers for fleet buyers and to score higher environmental sustainability rankings. However, this maintenance schedule assumes ideal, lab-like driving conditions that rarely match real-world usage. Modern direct-injection engines naturally experience a phenomenon known as fuel dilution, where unburnt gasoline washes past the piston rings and mixes directly into the oil pan. Within just 4,000 to 5,000 miles of short-trip driving, this raw fuel can dilute the engine oil by up to 5% or more, which drastically lowers its viscosity and turns a factory 0W16 oil. Combining diluted, degraded oil with the immense heat generated by modern turbochargers creates a recipe for rapid thermal breakdown. This creates oil sludge that plugs up critical variable valve timing screens and starves high-load bearings of life-saving lubrication. What saves manufacturers money in maintenance schedules can sometimes cost owners thousands in engine repairs years later. Now let's discuss the solution and practical advice for owners. That's all for this video. If you have experienced an engine failure in a modern Toyota, Honda, GM, or any other vehicle, tell us your story in the comments. Your experience could help thousands of other drivers avoid the same costly mistake. I will see you in the next video.